Hey, James. Thank you
Hi.
for everything you do.
Oh, thank you. Oh, we can stop there. We can stop there.
I actually have two questions. One of them is when you and John were pitching your season 2s and you were deciding who goes where, like you got Blue Streak, you got Megatron, you got Riptide. Was there a decision made about characters that haven't been seen since the Furman days, like say Six Shot or Scorponok? Like how do you decide? How do you and John decide who gets those guys?
Well, back in autumn 2011, John and I had these conversations, and I ended up typing up this character location document, which basically took every G1 character and said they're either on the Lost Light, or they're on Cybertron, or they're out there / unaccounted for. So that we still refer to that. That's like our character Bible.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know, the names you mentioned are on there. I mean, every name is on there.
Okay.
Yep. So.
And if, say, far in the future, you're around issue 87 or something, and
Yes.
you get the opportunity to write an animated series, would you leave us for that?
Oh, what? Sorry, the specificity of 87 threw me. That's what. I would do everything in my power to continue. I'm very committed to More Than Meets the Eye, okay? And I'm not going to set in motion these multi-year storylines and not resolve them, okay? So More Than Meets the Eye is going to conclude in the way it was intended to conclude. Now, whether that's issue 100 or issue 75 or issue whatever, that's beyond my control. I will be, whether through declining sales, although sales are good, all right? Don't get me wrong. But whether sales or other editorial decisions or a reboot or whatever, if it turns out that the writing's on the wall, then between the point of discovery and the point of the final issue, I will wrap up the story. Okay, and I think if I was invited to be part of a More Than Meets the Eye animated series, I would, and it was impossible to do both, then I'd have to, if you like, invoke the emergency wrap-up plan, I guess, for More Than Meets the Eye. Is that the wrong answer? I don't know. And then, and that's basically having my cake and eating it, isn't it, I suppose? But no, simple answer is there are ways to wrap things up relatively quickly, because you can never count on having 15, 20, 30 issues to go. So there's always been a break glass in case of emergency wrap-up. And maybe it's that wrap up is pressed into service because there's this multi-million-pound 7-season More Than Meets the Eye animated series going on. Maybe. I hope I get that dilemma.
Thank you so much.
Issue 87. It's gonna haunt me now. When you peep in those films when you've got like dream sequences and there's people's heads floating around and saying things, you're going to be saying 87. 87. Sorry, as an aside, have you ever seen a film where there's, someone's tossing and turning in bed and they're having a nightmare and so on, and maybe you're getting a glimpse into that nightmare? Have you ever seen a film or TV program where that doesn't end with them waking up? No. It's always... So I'm going to write so you've heard it here first. If I ever get the opportunity, I'm going to have a sort of a unsettled night scene, and he just settles down. And it's all fine. It's all fine. Sorry, that might be off-piste a little bit.